Hello everyone, it's Karen here today for Quick Quotes, and today I wanted to share with you a 12 by 12 layout that I created using the 6 by 6 stowaway paper pad. How I use the paper pad is I have a 6 by 6 page that I distressed and inked using Java, and I attached it to this canvas. I cut some of the sentiments into some banners here and attached it with a paper clip. I have some more banners up here in the corner which are adhered together and down here at the bottom of my layout. I also used the chipboard laser die cut clock and some of the butterflies. What I really wanted to show you today is the resist technique I created for my background. But I wanted to show you this awesome paper line in the 6 by 6 format. So the 6 by 6 paper pad from Quick Quotes, they have incorporated 4 pages of sentiments. So you get 2 of this page, of 1 page of sentiments, and 2 of the second page of sentiments. You will also receive 2 of each of the papers. And if you flip to the back, they've incorporated some journaling spots. Now you can use these as tags. You can journal on them, you can use them for your cards, for your layouts, for canvas. They've got them in like a vanilla with some images on them, and then they've also got them in like a beige. So you've got great versatility here. And at the back of the 6 by 6 pad, Quick Quotes has incorporated some cardstock colors to coordinate with the rest of the line for your projects. So there is the 6 by 6 stowaway pad. What I wanted to show you is the resist technique that I created here in my background using the Quick Quotes Powder Puff chalking inks. So let's get started. What you will need is a 6 by 6 or whatever size of white cardstock you would like to use. I used a 6 by 6 for the demo, but for my project, I used a 12 by 12. You will need Tahiti and Biscotti chalking ink, but you can use any of the Powder Puff chalking ink colors to create this technique. You will need 2 blending tools, 1 for each color, a baby wipe, some white embossing powder, and I use Zing. A Versamark pad or an embossing pad will also do the same trick. And a stamp. I used a script stamp from Penny Black, but you can use any stamp from your personal collection. So to get started, you will need to apply a coat of Versamark or your embossing ink to the back of your stamp and stamp this image onto your background. Once you have covered your entire page, take your embossing powder and apply a coat onto the Versamarked image or your embossing image that you have just created. Shake off the excess. I don't know if you can see in the camera what that looks like. Can you see that? So this is what we need to heat with the heat tool. Oh yes, you will need a heat tool. I forgot about that. So I'm going to put this aside. I have gone ahead and heat set my embossing ink here. So what I would like to do is just show you what you can do with the chalk inks. So I'm going to start with Tahiti. I'm just going to pull this one out from underneath here. I'm going to start with Tahiti on the outside edges. And I'm just going to blend in lightly. Now, like I said before, you can use any color of the chalking inks to achieve this technique. I just love how these two look together. And again, the reason why I like using the blending tool, number 1, keeps my hands clean. Number 2, I tend to grab my papers and that way I don't get ink on my fingers a lot. And then it also allows me to apply pressure to the tool. So if I want to add some darker color of chalk ink then I just need to press a little harder on the blending tool. So there's the edge with Tahiti. And now I am going to come in with biscotti. Now biscotti is a really nice beige color. It's great for distressing, but I find these two colors really blend well together. So I'm going to continue to blend here. And then again, I'm just going to blend out a little bit, just to blend the two colors together. See how beautifully those colors blend? And then for the center, I'm going to come in again with some Tahiti. And I'm just going to blend in lightly in the center and blend out into that biscotti so it doesn't look like those two colors were just thrown together. They're blended nicely. So that's what it looks like. But I think I'd like to add some biscotti to the edges too. So I'm just going to go over the edges here again. It just makes it look like old paper, doesn't it? So I'm just going to go into the edges again like that. Right on top of that Tahiti. So it's not going to affect your color at all. So now what I'm going to do is take my baby white and I'm going to go over the entire 6x6 paper and wipe off the ink off of that embossed script we just put down. So you see how that white embossed is just, the clear emboss is just popping through there? So I'm just going to continue blending off that ink. And now I think, maybe I've taken too much ink off. That's okay. You can actually go back in with the chalk ink again and your blending tool and add some more color. You can make it as light or as dark as you want. That's what I love about the blending tool. So again, I'm just going to go around with some biscotti. Bring some biscotti into the center here. Use Tahiti again on the outside edges. And then I'm just going to go back in with my baby wipe again and just take off that excess ink off that script. So there you go. There's the 6x6 resist background technique. I hope you have enjoyed today's tutorial. Have a great day and happy scrapping.